Well, hello and welcome to this Daily Dominion. It's the last Wednesday of this year, actually even the last day of this year, and as always on a Wednesday we have a dual set daily here, and in this case it's Cornucopia and Guilds plus Renaissance, and with these, yeah, we have quite the interesting, quite the powerful looking kingdom. And yeah, let's see how this one will play out. I will hide myself very quickly so you can read through the cards. We have Infirmary and Research for trashing. We have Plaza and Herald for villages. Heralds you might be able to set up with Seers. Seers and advisors can also reveal patrons for plus coffers. There's draw in Seers, advisors, heralds, and also scholar, I guess. And also research, I guess, plus Soothsayer, also able to get you golds quickly, which do not synergize with Seers that well, but the curses, of course, do hurt, and junking your opponent with curses is also pretty good. Now we also have Fair, which is a project that gives you permanent plus buy during your turns, which is really needed here because otherwise there are no cards that provide you with plus buy. And Fleet, and that lets you have an extra turn after the game has officially ended, like if the provinces are already gone or if a 3-pile has occurred. Now, what are we going for here? We probably are going for a thin deck as much as possible with Infirmary and Research thinning, plus, yeah, some Seer draw probably mixed in with a few Heralds, and some Patrons for payload as they do synergize with Seers. I don't think you can skip Soothsayer here, and we're probably also mixing that in, even though it doesn't work that well with Seers. And yeah, I'll just see how this plays out. We should get our hands on Fair fairly early, just because the plus buy, especially once we pump in a few golds, should be really, really valuable. It's also the only way of extra gains here. Yeah, sorry, looking at this kingdom plot, we can see that there is plus buys and there is gains, but really the only extra gains is the fair and the golds you might get from Soothsayer. So not that great, and you're only able to double province per turn. That's a hard limit here, and even you're only able to buy at most 2 green cards per turn, and maybe curse the opponent along the way. Okay, but yeah, it's fairly limited in that regards. So yeah, I don't know. Opening wise, I think we do have the by far best opening split. The 5-2 seems great here. On the 3-4, you might be in a lot of trouble overpaying just one on the first turn, and then hoping to find at least the infirmary on turn. No, actually guaranteed to find the infirmary on turn 3. And then you could buy an early Soothsayer or research to go with that. And yeah, the early game in general is going to be a bit awkward. You might want to buy patrons or silvers for some extra payload, but also you want to build up draw. Not sure how this is going to play out. Yeah. But yeah, let's do this huge infirmary overpay, hoping to find as many estates as we can. And wow, can you wish for a better draw? I don't think so, actually. Um, and I'm inclined to just put in a Seer here. So this could also be a patron, a patron, but or a Soothsayer, but we don't have any village yet, so maybe Seer is just the best, and hope we don't draw dead here. Amazing, we do not, so we can pick up a patron and probably draw into that. Okay, we won't draw into anything here, but that's fine. Get to play this again. Since we don't have a village yet, I would be hesitant to pick up Soothsayer. So maybe it's a Plaza for now, or another Seer. But yeah, okay, this now should be a Soothsayer for sure. But we even... Yeah, now with the Seer drawn, of course, we shouldn't have discarded for the Plaza, okay, but yeah, we can pick up our Soothsayer now. And probably even should have thought about this more and not played the Seer at all there. But yeah, here I think this is a great turn to pick up Fair. It's also nice to have the Patron and the Plaza in the shuffle. Okay, I was about to say, but then our Seer won't. In this case, our Seer won't be able to find anything nice. But yeah, I still believe we're in the lead. We have that Fair already picked up. We can pick up the next Seer here, and our buys. AI Soothsayer helps us find our Seer. We probably find the Plaza, okay. I mean, these Seers have been really, really awful so far. They haven't yielded that much. But yeah, this will find the Infirmary for sure, so we can trash out the Curse. And can play all of that, and already the Fair is paying off. We probably buy Seer and Herald, and we could think about, or we could also be double Seer, but I think we want more 4-cost cards. We could think about top decking a Seer by spending 1 coffers, and I think it's worth it, really, to just have a bit more reliability. And yeah, it's looking quite alright. Do we discard the copper? Yeah, let's do it. This is not that alright, but oh well, gotta have one of those bad turns somewhere in there. And maybe we just pick up more draw in the form of Herald or Advisor. I think Herald I like with Seers being able to set them up if we, like in this hand, if we find another Seer on top of our shuffle, we can set it up so the Herald can play it. And yeah, like this, or it could also have played the Soothsayer. And in this case, okay, the Seer did not reveal any further action cards, but yeah, it's fine. And despite the constant cursing, we managed to stay pretty clean here. And can maybe even think about provincing already. Maybe Province Seer is not too bad of a course of action. Might be a bit early, might be a bit greedy, but with the buy limitation, I think I like going for that. And soon enough, okay, I struggling with the curses luckily. Soon enough, we might be able to buy fleet and more provinces, and yeah, I think I like our chances here. Although this is of course not great. Do we want just the 2 golds? If we were to draw the 2 golds, we would have 8 plus 6 is 14 for province fleet maybe. Although we can also achieve this by playing Soothsayer. I think it's really good to play this last Soothsayer in order to give the last curse to AI, and maybe the Seer might even draw something alright. Yeah, and indeed it does draw something that's more than alright. And yeah, we get to do the province fleet thing anyways with Herald Seer top decked. Now, we won't get an increased hand size anymore off of the Soothsayers that AI plays, but we should be pretty fine. Although, of course, this double province of AI is also pretty scary, especially if we draw badly like this. Like, what are the odds of drawing so much junk? Maybe we haven't thinned out quite enough. Let's deny the gold here. I feel like AI should have the worst deck, but somehow is drawing anyways. For Province Duchy there, and again we completely miss our marks on what we would like to achieve. I think maybe even Province Estate is better. But yeah, this is really weird. AI goes for Province and Estate there, and we will probably lose this, actually. Which is really annoying. Should probably play the Infirmary first. Play the Seer now, and wow, yeah, can only double Duchy here. And if AI manages to just double Duchy and Estate, then it wins. Where did this go wrong? Man. Yeah, it wins, indeed. Where did this go wrong? We had such an amazing early game, and AI, I mean, what a way to end the year with such a bad playthrough. But we had the dream turn 1 and turn 2 draw. What did we do wrong? AI went for this very early Soothsayer. It just... Ah, okay, it also managed to have the 5. I did not... Yeah, maybe I should have paid more attention to that. It also had the 5-2 and overpaid. I mean, it did trash a copper instead of an estate, but trashed the third estate turn 2 as well. Okay, then I'm at least not as embarrassed by this loss. But yeah, this was close, and yeah, but I also feel like we had some rather unfortunate duds towards the end there. Like not hitting province or yeah, just not hitting. Wait, where was it? Turn 12. Not hitting. Oh no, turn 13. It was only hitting province estate here, which I think we needed to go for because if AI had gotten the double province there with the coffers it had, maybe that was a mistake. Let's see. Let's see. If we had not gone for a double province here, would we have won? Let's explore this possibility. I was just too scared of double province by AI. Yeah, I'm probably much too scared. Let's see. And yeah, but these decks, they become really awful. But here at least we get to pick up Duchy Estate, but okay. Whew. I mean, this would have felt even worse. Probably deny any draw. Yeah, if AI goes for province here. Yeah, this is so lost. Anyways, wow, look at this. We wouldn't even have been able. Yeah, this would have been much less close even. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try again and let's see where we can go from, where we can come back from this to this infirmary overpay to start out with by Patron and by um what do we go for here? There's Patron and estate down there. Maybe a plaza to go with the Soothsayer stuff. And here we can start building up coffers, although it's probably better to just go for fair or an advisor already. Yeah, let's go the advisor route. Pick up fair now. Start off with playing the advisor here, or no, now we can start off by playing Plaza. And AI went for another infirmary there, which is also not too shabby. And yeah, we might consider doing something like that as well, going for another infirmary to trash out more stuff. In which case we shouldn't have discarded the copper there. But no, maybe it's better to just keep the draw going, chuck in a few Seers, and yeah, I mean, okay, AI is going to discard the Seer here, but nonetheless, we are in a, I feel like, better position than last game in comparison to AI, because AI got fair so late. Yeah, what should we do here? This should probably just be a Seer, or it could be another Infirmary overpay, but it's not that impressive if you just trash 2 cards like this. And also potentially we draw dead a Seer that is in there, so let's put in another Seer and see where this goes. But yeah, this kingdom is kind of destroying me. How did AI manage to do so well? Well, let's trash this curse, play this Seer, or maybe I also for sure messed up this order there. And go for Herald Seer, overpaying 1 to put another Seer on top, or the Herald on top. Let's go for the Seer. And yeah, we should really start provincing now, but it's only turn 10. Last time turn 10 we had already had a province in our deck. This is a great time to play the advisor, I think. Play the infirmary first in this case, because we then have 2 Seers to work with. And yeah, this is also alright. And go for province Herald again. Yeah, I think I like the Herald, putting it on top. And then hopefully we can set up some Herald hits here. And we should maybe spend some more money on an infirmary overpay. Yeah, let's set up the Herald just like that. Great. We top deck 2 coppers, so Herald won't do anything here. This was a great advisor. No luck there with this, with that, but yeah, what do you think about a big infirmary overpay of like 3 here? Trashing coppers. And what do we have top decked? A copper, yeah. That should be fairly good. Of course, we do draw dead a few of those Seers, but oh well. Get to either pick up Fleet or another Herald. And yeah, I like top decking a good card here, and now those two infirmaries can either trash each other or trash more curses. And hopefully we'll finally be able to draw our deck. And yeah, AI's deck again is looking really good with those 6 coffers racked up. It's also in a scary position. It will double province here. Man, somehow I get the feeling that we'll lose this again. But we'll see. Yeah, play this, decline that. Play that to get further in here. And we get to top deck a Seer pretty naturally there. Get to also double province or just province fleet, but I think the double province was necessary there, as we might only hit lower numbers this turn. And yeah, see what AI does. If AI double provinces, we need to go for province fleet and see what we can do there. But with 5 coffers racked up, man, AI is playing this really well. Even though we're both a turn or two slower this game because we didn't have these amazing starts. It goes for province duchy. And that might even be scarier actually than anything else. We get a Patron reveal, which is great. And Herald does not like that reveal, but okay. Yeah, if we just go for double province here, AI would, so we would have, actually double province is great here. Even though we didn't get our hands on fleet, AI can only double duchy, and that means that we have won this in a very weird turn of events. Yeah, I don't know. The first one, I think AI somehow outplayed us. I do not know where exactly we went wrong, but somewhere we did. The second one, I liked how we did build up a bit more draw, but it's just so awkward to build up anything here because fair limits you so much in your own early building. Soothsayer curses hurt a lot. What did AI trash in the beginning? Again, I should have paid attention to this. It had the same opening as we had, but it only trashed an estate and a copper, whereas we got to trash 2 estates, which was better. And then, yeah, but it found the Infirmary turn 2 again already and was off to the races that way. So, not clear who was better off after the opening. I like delaying the Soothsayer just a tiny bit until you have maybe a village or a patron that has built up some coffers, so you can play both the Soothsayer and the Infirmary early on. But yeah, man, this, I don't know. I wouldn't have been surprised if we had lost this. In the end, it's fleet and province both looked really good, but yeah, it's just so tight. 14 turns is also not slow, and the 13 turns we had before that also weren't slow at all. And yeah, don't know what to tell you. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Actually, let me show my monthly overview. You can see that apart from 2 days ago and today, I managed to win all my things on the first try, but I also skipped out a lot. And I think this 14th was one that crashed. This one was the one with the penny saved that crashed. I think I uploaded an alternate playthrough. And yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time since I lost so many. But yeah, no shame in losing today's one. I would say yeah, AI played well, and we both had this godlike these godlike early draws, and somehow AI managed to pull out ahead. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you in the next one in the next year. Although there is one more video coming tonight, which I've pre-recorded, playing through the Rising Sun campaign again. So maybe I'll catch you in this year. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.